Hello everyone and welcome to your late Saturday afternoon royal reading. Now it's late Saturday afternoon here where I am in South Africa. I've had a lovely day gardening and I've just come back inside to do a reading on a very curious story that popped up in the last few days. And because it's so curious, I am going to use the Tarot of Curious Creatures for this reading. And this is just the one reading today on this Saturday, late Saturday afternoon, early Saturday evening. And the curious story is this story that Prince Harry misses Princess Charlotte so much. And she, in her turn, views him as a role model. And I had a good snigger when I saw that. But anyway, we're going to have a look and see what is going on, what the dynamic is between the prince, the petulant prince that marched off, left his family in the lurch and set off to Montecito to find his fortune, or my opinion of course, and the lovely Princess Charlotte who has just turned 7. There was of course no acknowledgement of her 7th birthday from the Harkles. Even more bizarrely, no acknowledgement of poor Archie's birthday from his own parents. Harry was out playing polo, mother was sitting on the grass with her shirt buttoned down to her navel, with Marcus Anderson. No mention of Archie, no sight of Archie, all very strange. But Charlotte now is the one in Harry's sights, and I'm going to do a 7-card reading and look at this very odd story. See how their relationship was way back when. Of course, there was that famous dress fitting and the tears, who made who cry. So past energy between Harry and Charlotte, current energy. She was all of 4.5, I think, when Harry and Meghan sailed off, never to be seen again. She was 3 at that famous dress fitting. So we're going to look at their past energy. We're going to look at their current energy. Did she view him as a role model? Does he really miss her? And why now? The theory is that been floated around that it's because of Tom Bower's book. And Tom Bower's book is about to burst on the scene. And people are speculating that Tom Bower perhaps has the inside info on what actually happened at that dress fitting and who made who cry and how Princess Charlotte was allegedly bullied by Meghan, possibly by, what's that woman's daughter, the dreadful friend who's been dumped. Can't remember her, Messica, they call her, of course, Jessica Mulrooney. There's a story that floats around that the daughter was very nasty to Charlotte as well. Are the PR people out and busy and trying to preempt that story by painting this picture of the doting uncle and the little girl who views him as a role model? And so that's what we're looking at, and you can see from the cards what is the underlying energy of this reading. But the Tower, all fall down. All fall down. I think personally that is Tom Bower's book that is about to hit the shelves in the bookshops, and can't wait for that one. I'm ploughing through Tina Brown's. I'm finding it very disappointing, very boring, nothing new there. And mostly sort of waffling on about the royals for the past 20 years, very little about Meghan. And what there is about Meghan is actually quite fawning when I finally got to it, and quite fawning about Harry as well. So I failed to see what all the fuss is about. She's obviously played it very carefully, avoiding litigation. We know how litigious Harry and Meghan are. But here comes the Tower, and here comes all fall down. The light of the bolt of lightning, the bolting that is going to strike Harry when that book comes out, because allegedly he was the one that the complaint was taken to, and he was the one that didn't bother to do anything about it. The fond uncle, the doting uncle who didn't care that his darling niece was bullied and fat-shamed and all the other things that people are speculating might have happened. All allegedly, of course, and you know the drill. Disclaimer in the box below, tarot reading for entertainment purposes. But let's see, their relationship, the Queen of Pentacles, a signifier for what is going on, and that to me is a very interesting card because it's a Taurus card, an earth sign card, and Charlotte is, of course, a Taurus. Just had her birthday very recently. She's the Queen of Pentacles. Her mother too is a Queen of Pentacles, and of course the Queen herself is a Queen of Pentacles. We have a very strong Taurus thread, earth sign women thread. There's lots of Capricorns, there are lots of Taurians floating around in the royal family on the female side of things. And there she is, Charlotte, the princess, the Queen of Pentacles, her energy coming through very powerfully. And she is only 7, but that's a very powerful card. It's not a Harry energy at all. It is a very, very powerful female energy. So let us see. Past cards up here, present cards down here. Harry on this side, Charlotte on this side. Let us see how their relationship was in the past. How did Harry feel about Charlotte, Princess Charlotte, when he was still a working royal, when he was still around, all through all that fuss, the dress fitting and all the rest of it, the magician? Well, I think he fancied himself as the fun uncle. There was talk, of course, that he was too much fun, that he had a habit of turning up at Kensington Palace and knocking on the door, the interleading door to William and Catherine's apartment, when he was less than sober. But the fun uncle, the magician tells me, that is how he saw himself. He saw himself as the entertainer. The magician is, of course, an entertainer first and foremost. Perhaps he even did little tricks and things to entertain the children. But it's a big card. It is a major arcana. It's not a negative card at all, but it is, it perhaps a little bit too much of the entertainer and the card player and the look what I can do, children, ho ho ho. A bit naughty. It's a naughty energy, and nothing wrong with that. The parents, of course, got to be on the sober side of the street. Aunts and uncles can veer across if they want to into the naughty lane, onto the naughty step if they want to have a bit of fun. There is that delicate balance in families. Who's the fun one? Who's the disciplinarian? Harry definitely saw himself as the entertainer, the charismatic uncle. There it is, charismatic uncle. I think that's what we've got here. How did Charlotte view him? Was this a role model for her? Not at all. Not at all. What a sensible girl she is. The Empress in reverse. Tells me something, this card, the Empress in reverse. The Empress, of course, is the mother. The mother card in reverse. Yeah. I think that she, tells me lots of things. It tells me lots of things. First of all, it tells me that I think that Charlotte felt that her mother didn't quite approve of Harry's antics, bursting in the door at 3 a.m, waking the children up. Come, children, let's play. That kind of energy. So that's the first thing that I get from the Empress card in reverse, the mother card in reverse. The second thing that I get in reverse is the wife, Meghan, in reverse. Don't think Charlotte liked the wife. And she has very good reason, allegedly, not to like the wife. But we've got big cards that have come out here. Harry, thinking he is the fun uncle, the charismatic uncle. That's his role in life, to make us all laugh, ha ha ha, entertain us all, as he has just done with that skit about for Travellist. Charlotte not falling for it. Empress in reverse, definitely not viewing him as a role model. Quite the reverse, I would say. Viewing him as someone that Mama does not approve of, Empress in reverse, and viewing him also as someone married to someone that Charlotte doesn't like. I'm reading these cards. This is all my opinion, and this is for entertainment purposes. That's the past energy, and big cards have come out. In fact, we've got 3 major arcana here, because that's the underlying energy, that this whole thing is falling apart. Lots of things are falling apart at the moment. Let us see how things are at the moment. Harry claims, of course, that he misses Charlotte in particular. He hasn't said anything about George. It was George's birthday recently, no word. Louis, of course, also darling little Louis, we all adore. Not a mention from his aunt and uncle in Montecito. How does Harry feel about Charlotte now? Wow, Queen of Swords in reverse. There is something going on here that is unpleasant. Queen of Swords is cold, cutting energy. It is ruthless energy. It is head over heart energy, even when it's upright. It's being wise, it's being shrewd. We have got it now in the reverse. I think we're getting a story that's going to come out about this situation. No, he doesn't miss her. Not for 1 second. He doesn't feel any. He doesn't have any feelings towards her. And that is not a feeling card, the Magician. It's a manipulative energy. Just by the way, going back to the past, this is for show. This is all about show, the Magician. Queen of Swords has now popped up in the Harry position. Queen of Swords is not a feeling card, is not a love card, is not a friendly card, it's not a family card. It is a cold card, it is a ruthless card, and when it's in the reverse, it is a cutting out card and a silence. First of all, I think that they are in a situation where there is no communication between them at all. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, the sword is pointing down, it's silence. I think he's literally been blocked from having anything to do with her, from communicating with her, even if he wanted to. And I don't get the feeling from these cards that he could be bothered to maintain his connection with her. And I know, because I have family scattered all over the place, all over the world, and we have been for a long time. And when there are children involved, you have to actually work very hard to maintain connections with your family when they are far, far away from you. I have to work very hard, and this tells me that the communication has actually been blocked. But it also tells me that there's something more sinister afoot here, because it's quite a cold and ruthless energy of cutting out. I'm not sure who the Queen of Swords is. We're talking about Harry and how Harry feels about Charlotte now, but I think that he is worried about something that somebody who is a Queen of Swords might have to say about things. I'm drawn to this card in particular, as I say that, which is my Why Now card, and we'll get to it. Is this because of Tom Bower's book? But no, it's no love lost there. No love between them. How does Charlotte feel about Harry right now? Does she think about him? Does she miss him? The King of Pentacles in reverse. How interesting that this has come out in reverse as well. And that is the Prince Harry card. Of course, the King of Pentacles, the Earth sign man, who is, when he's upright, is stable. He's always around. You can count on him. He is very faithful, very loyal, very solid, very stable. The kind of person that will bring you nice presents and remember your birthday and give you treats and all that kind of stuff. Not with a show thing, but as in a role in her life that is solid and stable, and he's around. Somebody she can talk to, somebody she can maybe confide in, tell things to, stories, and he'll provide her good support and good backup and good encouragement and nurturing in the right way and guidance in the right way. But it's in the reverse. So she views him as somebody she's lost, somebody she doesn't trust, somebody she has been told not to trust, somebody who has abandoned, let her down, abandoned the family, let her down if she was fond of him. And I'm not seeing any sign of it in here. Somebody she just has discounted. I don't think she even thinks of him from one day to another. And why would she? Very interesting cards that have come out here, because we have the Harkles showing up, the Magician and the Empress in reverse. And we have the Queen of Swords. Harry views her as cold and disconnected and disappeared from his life. And she views him exactly the same. She views him as someone she can't count on, can't rely on, didn't send her a birthday present, didn't remember her birthday, disappointing, erratic, bad-tempered as well, grumpy. The King of Pentacles is a sort of unpleasant energy when it's in the reverse. It's not a nice temper, a happy, even-tempered person. It's a grumpy, it's a grouchy person, somebody who's difficult. She doesn't want to have anything to do with them. So it's very clear that whatever relationship they had in the past is no more, and it was not a good relationship in the past, and it certainly is not, I would say, even a remotely alive relationship right now. It's finished from these cards, and particularly because we've got the Tower hanging around as the underlying energy. The good strong energy that's coming through here is the Queen of Pentacles. That's Charlotte and her mum, and she's in good hands, and she's safe, and she's confident, and she knows her place, and she knows her value, and she knows what she is worth. That King of Pentacles doesn't. So let us see if this strange story has popped up now because of Tom Bauer's book and what may be coming in Tom Bauer's book. Does this have any bearing? Oh yes, it does. Oh yes, it does. Ten of Cups in reverse. Oh yes, it does. And we literally have a book in this card, and people reading the book, and it's not the bench. And Tina Brown, just straying for a moment, going off topic, Tina Brown mentioned casually in passing that Meghan allegedly got $700,000 for that book. Anyway, all you children's authors out there, wince now. Ten of Cups in reverse. A book featuring Ten of Cups is the Happy Ever After card, the Happy Family card in particular. It's in reverse. There is something that happened that is very bad in that family that is going to be dropped in the Tom Bauer book. The Tower coming, Tower and Bauer, very interesting. Ten of Cups in reverse. He's going to spill the beans about this very unhappy situation, the worst possible situation when it's the Ten of Cups, the worst possible amount of unhappiness between a family, tears, drama, breaking up of a family dynamic, a happy family dynamic, when it's upright, it's a lovely, a little bit too lovely, a little bit over iced, a little bit over egged, not quite real. It looks more convincing than it is, but still it's a very positive card, the Ten of Cups. But when it is in the reverse, as it has come out here, very negative. Very negative. There's a very negative, very upsetting story that's hovering around here that Harry is trying to get on top of, trying to beat. So let us see how this is going to go, the outcome of all of this, the Harry and Charlotte story. What is going to be the outcome of it for their relationship, for their story? Nine of Pentacles is an independence and alone card. Happy on her own. Our Queen of Pentacles is going to go forward without her uncle, and she's going to be fine with it. Nine of Pentacles is freedom, independence, got everything you need, very well provided for. Don't need the Magician in your life, don't need the Empress in reverse in your life. Iced out with the Queen of Swords in reverse. Don't trust him, don't like him, he's been disappointing, he's unreliable. There she is. She's fine. She's off on her adventures in a very strong energy. She's got such strong energy coming through. Whatever happened here is going to reflect badly with the Tower, but it is not going to impact her. Whatever it was, she's over it. She's on her way. It's a lingering problem for our Magician. And his PR people scratching around trying to find a way to preempt that story and get on top of it and spin it as if they are really close. According to these cards, and my opinion, no, they aren't. They never were, and from these cards, they aren't now, and they never will be. That's the reading. It's the only reading for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow.